Hi, I'm Mike Fazio, and this is another edition of 180 Seconds. Today's topic will be, should I stand or sit while waiting in the lobby? You may have never thought about it, but I'm going to give you something to think about in the next 180 seconds. So here's what we're going to cover. We're going to talk about first impressions and how important they are. How important they are to a receptionist, how important they are to a hiring manager, to a decision maker, to a business owner. First impressions, whether you're a job seeker, or whether you're somebody in business services or job development, or just somebody who goes out to meet with employers, it really matters. Because ultimately, you want to make your best impression the very first time. So there could be a difference between first and best. We want to try and keep them in common. We want your first impression to be your best impression. And there's a way to do that. If you think of this business department of workforce development and business services specifically, it's kind of like a game of chess whereby you make a move, they make a move, you make a move, they make a move, and ultimately we're trying to get somebody into checkmate because we have a service or we have something of interest that would benefit them. However, it's not as simple as handing out a trifold brochure. You actually have to do something, take some action to get people interested. And part of that action begins in the lobby when you've set an appointment for an announced visit to go to an employer and share with them information about a job fair or working with your one-stop center or maybe potentially hiring some veterans or taking advantage of some tax incentives or wage subsidy programs. Ultimately, that game starts in the lobby. So here's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make a great first impression. Now you answer this for me. If you saw somebody sitting in the lobby looking at their watch or looking at their phone or reading something, would that make a good first impression to you? Imagine if it's a job seeker who's just sitting in the lobby and not really focused on what's about to happen in the interview. It would probably turn you off. So really what you want to do to make your best impression is to be standing in the lobby, looking in the direction where you think the hiring manager or decision maker is coming from so that you're ready with your hand extended as soon as they walk out, really good eye contact, and a nice broad smile. And you might say, but the receptionist told me to have a seat. And they may have. They probably will because they usually do. Your simple reply, and it's very professional to do this, is to say, thank you very much. I actually think I'll stand, so I'm really ready when Mr. or Mrs. Jones comes out. It's a polite answer. It makes sense. Thank you very much. I actually think I'll stand, so I'm really ready when Mr. or Mrs. Jones comes out. Remember, folks, it's a game of chess. You want to make sure you have a successful bond the very first opportunity you have to do so. Hey, that's already 180 seconds. I'm Mike Fazio, and that's your 180 Boost.